Welcome to Extras, part of the Drag Me to the Movies podcast. My name is Joe.
I'm Ned.
In this episode, we're going to be joined by special guest, WarlockOfWifi.
Welcome, Warlock.
Hey.
Got him back. We got him back. We said we didn't have a budget for this podcast, but somehow we scrounged a couple nickels and got him in. We're here.
You know, I'm a cheap date, but what can I say?
Amen. So in this episode, we're going to go back to, January of last year, Ned? And we're going to talk about reviewing our 2025 most anticipated films. If you guys recall, we talked about what we were excited for. Warlock was part of that episode as well. That's why we brought him back. And we're going to talk about what were the highs, what were the lows, what were the maybe didn't happen at all, and kind of take it from there. So let's let the guest go first. Warlock, do you want to talk about, I don't know, how do you guys want to handle this? You want to talk about like the best film you had, or just start down a line and go film by film?
Just whatever you want to do. Let's do a free flow.
All right.
Well,
Warlock, pick a film that you were anticipating last year that you saw, and let's talk about it.
well, the first one that was on my list last year was The Running Man, the remake of the Arnold Schwarzenegger film.
Yes.
Hated it.
You hated it?
I absolutely hated this film.
I didn't hate it. I literally just watched it last night.
What?
I didn't
Let's
hate
see.
it.
I think I ranked it somewhere. I'm looking at my letterbox because, that's how we keep track of everything nowadays.
Oh,
right?
yeah, for sure.
We just use letterbox. Now, it wasn't the worst film. We'll get to that one. Wasn't the worst film I've ever seen in my entire life. But by God, it wasn't anywhere near the top 30. I'm trying to find it. I actually cannot even find the movie on the list.
Yeah, I don't think I put it super high. I actually put it at like a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah, see, I put it in my number one. I was ready to watch, and then it comes out, and I watch it, and I'm just like, wow, what a disappointment. I just couldn't get into the film. It just, I don't know. There's something about it just did not click with me. And I'm a little perturbed about it, and I'm not happy.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you think it's just that it didn't hold up to what you expected? Like, from the original Running Man, or
it's possible. I mean, I did like the updated part of it where, it's got this whole social media type background to it. And, people are rooting for him or rooting against him throughout this whole thing. And I do think Glenn Powell makes a good starring actor. But I don't know. There was just something in there where I just felt it took no risks. Let's just put it that way. They took the source material, they made some tweaks to it to kind of update, but they left a lot of it still on the table in the same way that the film was. Now, I haven't watched Running Man, the original, in a while. So I could be looking back with rose-colored glasses, but I felt like then that movie was more innovative than this one was. And I think they just kind of phoned it in. I felt like this movie was just a cash grab, the movie.
Now, when you say source material, you're referring to the original movie or the actual book?
No, I don't read.
Okay. Just making sure.
I'm from Tennessee, man.
But no,
Running Man 87.
The book closer than the original.
Yeah. No, I don't read, so I'm not a big fan of trying to compare something to the book source material. I'm more of a what did it do to the previous film?
Gotcha.
So I base it off of movies.
Okay, fair enough. Joe, I imagine you did not get a chance to see that one.
I did not.
Does it interest you that you want to now?
No. I mean, I don't know. It takes a lot from me, and it's kind of counterintuitive to one of the movies I'm going to talk about, but I don't typically go for remakes very often. I feel like leave them well enough alone, but I mean, it did interest me a little bit, to your point of like it being more of a social media and it being more everyday life this time as compared to being like in a Thunderdome type thing, like the old one, if I'm remembering correctly. Is that right? So, yeah, it did interest me. It was a different take on it, but yeah, I don't know that I'll go out of my way to watch that one.
Fair. All right.
Ned, you want to take the next one?
Sure. I can start with my top movie from last year that I really was hopeful for, and that was Superman.
Hmm.
I liked it. I really thought it was a movie that needed to be good, especially since it's kind of a reboot of the whole DC movie universe. And I felt it was a good start and a very good movie. I have some gripes about
Yeah.
it, but overall, I enjoyed it. What about you guys?
No, I agree with you. I I can't say that it was my top film because every film that I watched last year ranked about the same according to my letterbox. So,
Well, when I
uh,
say top, I meant my most anticipated top, not where.
oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
I got you. Yeah,
it's
but
still
no,
up in
overall,
the
I really
top,
liked it.
but
Yeah, it's
not number one.
same for me. But yeah, it was good. It was like your point. I think it was going to be the nail in the coffin for DC if it didn't do well. But James Gunn did a great job with it. The people that I think hated it for the reasons they hated it were short-minded and short-sighted, I think. But overall, yeah, I was very, very, very happy with that film. What about you,
Good.
Warlock?
Oh, absolutely. I haven't loved the Superman since Christopher Reeves put on the suit like I do David Corn Sweat. I mean, he just brings back that energy that Christopher Reeves embodied. He's the Boy Scout vibe. He's warm. He's decent. The
Mhm.
sense of saving people isn't a burden to him like it seems to feel with like other Superman that have come along. And that's the whole flipping points of it, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, like you said, I'm aware there are a loud chunk of people out there that was like, I hate James Gunn, so this movie's gonna suck, or they have some undying loyalty to another era, But I'm sorry, keep arguing. I don't care. Corin Sweat just shows up, does the job, and is Superman. This is our Superman. Stop
Yeah.
overthinking it.
Yep.
Yeah, agreed.
Don't have to
Agreed.
reinvent him every time he shows up. Make him
Now,
Superman.
do you guys anticipate another one? Like, would you go see another one, or do you
Hell
think
yeah.
it should stop there?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm right there with you.
I'm hoping he makes an appearance in Supergirl this year.
Yeah, agreed.
Mhm.
Agreed. Okay. All right. So I'll do one of mine. I'll bring up Captain America: Brave New World.
Mm.
I think it was pretty good. It's been a while since I watched it, but I think that it hit the right things that I needed a superhero movie to hit. This one didn't go like super political. It didn't go super complex. It was really face value superheroes fighting supervillains, right? I know in hindsight I say it's not super political and it's the president that's the Red Hulk, but I mean it's not like feeding into today's politics, I should say, you know. Um and so yeah, I mean I don't think by any chance by any standards this is like a hallmark of the Marvel franchise. But I thought it was a good start to last year's superhero filmography, I guess. So what do you guys think? Did you guys like Brave New World?
I enjoyed it.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I guess I should have called somebody
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, well, it's alright, I'm gonna let you guys go first because 'cause I'm the guest here, and the guest, is called on when he
Oh
raises his
my, here
hand,
we go.
that's how it goes.
Warlock, what did
No.
you think of Brave New World?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. I thought it was passable, decent, middle of the road type film. Like on a 5 point scale, I'd give it 2.5. Like it's right there in the middle. Like, yeah, I didn't hate it, but I'd probably go rewatch it or anything like that. There just was something didn't click for me in that one, just like Running Man. Now, I think with Captain America, it's because it's a Marvel cinematic universe and there's a level of expectation that comes with that. And this movie didn't hit that with story and it didn't hit that with special effects. The effects just look like ass. I'm sorry. There were just moments there that I'm just sitting there and I'm like, is this Marvel or is this the Sci Fi Channel? That's how
Hmm.
bad the graphics were in some parts, especially with the Red Hulk.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Mix, what'd you think? Mix.
Yeah, I
Ned,
mean,
what'd you think? Oh
I
boy.
I enjoyed it. I don't put it as high as like some of the other MCU films, but um always kind of been a fan of Anthony Mackie, and his performance was fine in this. I felt that there was enough things going on that kept me interested. But yeah, I kind of put this kind of, somewhere around like a mediocre one, but I enjoyed it. So, yeah.
Cool. All right. Warlock, you want to go for another film?
I'm looking back over my anticipated list, and Running Man was number one on there, but a big number three on that list was Frankenstein.
Mm,
The
Mm.
and
Guillermo del
I think,
Toro.
oh, let me tell you, Guillermo del Toro just, I don't know, he just makes great movies. I mean, maybe the Pinocchio one we can forget about, but
Sounds like
Frankenstein
he
is,
might make a little bit more for you.
ah, I loved it. I thought Oscar Isaac was great in it. Jacob Elordi was amazing. Christoph Waltz, or however you want to pronounce it.
Hmm.
Mia Goth. I loved every character in this. I loved how it, as I said earlier, I don't read the books, but man, come on, it's Frankenstein. I read Frankenstein. And I love how it kind of follows that a little bit more than the Boris Karloff film.
Right. And then I guess for me, like the visuals, the set designs, like
Hmm.
Guillermo del Toro's vision in movies, I can't really think of anyone that beats it.
No, no, I mean, it's visually stunning every time that you see one of his films. I mean, have you seen pictures of like his house? His house is
Oh
just
my
like his
gosh.
set.
Have you seen his journals?
No, I have not seen his journals.
Oh my god, they're so like detailed with like words and drawings and like gosh, just take a chance and Google some of the Guillermo del Toro journal entries
Well,
and you'll see some crazy details.
yeah. This movie got my number three highest movie of the year. And when we got to vote for our Music City Film Critics Association awards back a couple of weeks ago, this was one of those films that I voted very highly in each category that it was available to be in. And that would be,
Hmm.
cinematography, actors, leading actor, supporting actor, screenplay, ensemble cast. Anything I could put this one on, I put it into this one and one other film. And I'm hoping one of you guys
Oh,
brings it up here in a
I
little bit.
I have a feeling I might now.
But yeah, this was a amazing piece of work, and it just makes me excited to see anything else that's coming, maybe in this universe or maybe adjacent to it. But with Guillermo del Toro at the helm, I'm jonesing for it.
Yeah.
What
Joe,
about
did you see it?
you?
I did not. I did not. I am interested in seeing it, but I have
It's
not
on
seen it.
Netflix, so
Right.
pretty
Yep.
easy watch for you.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
it's
need to
easy
make some
fun.
time.
Yeah. Nice.
I can let you borrow my account if you want to.
Ha!
If it's
No,
if it's that.
no, you can't. Uh, Drag
That's
Me to
what
the Movies
no
does not recommend that you do
no
this.
no, don't do that.
All right, fine. I'll
Sounds
just
like a
come
pretty
over to your
sponsorship.
house and play it. I'll just come over to your house and play
Yeah.
it. Does that work?
Yep, that
Okay,
that
that's
works.
that's perfectly fine, I think. I don't know. I don't come at us, Netflix. All right, Ned, what film do you want to bring up next?
All right. So it has been a great year for 2025 and the horror thriller genre. Um, I'm going to bring up the movie called Sinners. It was on my most anticipated
Mm,
list and it took my first spot for 2025.
yep, same
Absolutely.
for me. Yep, that was
Same.
a
That
that
was
was a
my
5 out of 5 for me.
Yep, that was my number one film for the year. And
Yep.
it is the one that when it finally came down to voting, I think Music City Film Critics, we ended up giving it 17 awards, which is like the most any movie has ever received from our
Yeah.
little group of critics.
Nice. Yeah. I mean,
So
for how early in the year it was released and the impact it still has in my memory, it's earned
Yeah.
it.
That's probably the film that I watched the most in 25. I went to see it in theaters 3 times,
Oh wow.
and at least watched it twice afterwards, and it was not on my radar. I mean, sure we talked about it, but, like,
Hmm.
I didn't know what to expect. And I'm pretty sure, Ned, you were the one that gave me a review of it, the night you got home, and
Yep.
I immediately went out the next day and watched it.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a great film.
it's
Oh,
one
they
of those
did
films.
such a good job.
Again, I don't think any of us was like looking for it. Like I didn't have it in my anticipated films because when you think about it, it's like okay, they're doing a historical piece over prohibition, and they're adding vampires to it. And in your brain, you just goes, okay. It might be all right, might be passable, but man, Ryan Coogler just nailed it.
Yeah.
I don't even know that they really sold the vampire part very much, did they? Because I when we first like talked about this, I don't remember that being a thing. Like when you look in the trailers, like it alludes to there being some tomfoolery, but it doesn't, I don't think, sell the whole vampire thing, did it?
It's been
Can't
a while since
recall.
I've seen the trailer. I think it did, and I'm pretty
Okay.
sure we touched on it a little bit towards the end of our most anticipated list. Um, like I couldn't, there wasn't enough information out at the time. I think that I had just seen a trailer for it around the time we recorded. So,
Right.
but yeah, man, they did such a good job. Like the trailer didn't give away a lot,
Mm,
and to be able to experience the movie was definitely one of my favorites for the year.
yeah, agreed. Okay, so for me, let's talk The Naked Gun. I
Mm,
was a little skeptical on this one, when it was first announced because I was like, "Oh, man, like, they're taking a perfect film and they're redoing it, right?"
right.
And they're putting some people in there that I wasn't sure were going to be the right fit. But I'm happy to say that I thought they did a pretty good job with The Naked Gun. It has a lot of good laughs. It has a lot of good callbacks to the stupid humor of the original
Mhm.
Naked Gun. It's not up to par, I don't think, to the original Naked Gun, but I still had a fun time with it. I watched it, I think, twice totally, and I enjoyed it both times. What about you guys? Have you guys seen The Naked Gun?
I have.
Unfortunately, I have not.
Okay.
Oh, I was afraid you were gonna say
I was gonna
unfortunately you
say,
did.
yeah. He's leading us
No,
down a path
unfortunately,
of disappointment.
unfortunately, I have not. My daughter, we when that first trailer came out and they played the uh, thing where he's the little girl and he takes the mask off, and the guy's like, "What do you want?" And the little girl takes her mask off. Your ass. It's Liam
Right.
Neeson. I love that, but my daughter evidently is. I don't know if it's a TikTok or YouTube or some Minecraft thing, but you hear that the song "That's the Sound of the Police." Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
She was doing that for days before this trailer came out. And then when this trailer came out, I was like, oh, I want to show her. And as soon as I showed her, she's like, Dad, that is the number one film of 2025.
And you didn't see it?
And I still haven't seen it.
Oh, man.
No,
Oh,
sorry, did I cut you off there? No, go ahead.
I don't think you cut anyone off. You're good.
Okay. I enjoyed it. I kind of put it on the same tier as the original for me, which I don't know. I just felt it was in the same vein. It did a good job of honoring what came before, did a good job of, having Liam Neeson come in and kind of be that serious comedian, kind of like,
Right.
Leslie Nielsen is. So yeah, it worked for me. I enjoyed it.
Cool. All right, Warlock, what do you got next?
well, I kind of want to bring out a movie that I didn't have on my radar. And it
Okay.
ended
Do it.
up being one of my favorites for the year. And that would be The Long Walk. It was
Yes.
the this movie was not on my radar at all last time we spoke because honestly didn't think it would be a good movie just from the premise. I mean, I knew that it was based off of a Stephen King adaptation or
Yeah.
a Stephen King novel, but I was like, I mean, what can you do so much with people walking? And then I thought, oh wait, Lord of the Rings. But at least that one broke up the walking with some action. I don't see
Yeah.
how we did that here in The Long Walk.
Hunger Games, like all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, even Hunger Games, I'm like, oh, well, that has some action in it. It's not just walking down the street, pacing and pacing. And, this film actually hit me pretty good. I thought it was pretty amazing. And,
Agreed.
I cannot say anything bad about it. I know it didn't get as much love from other critics and other people, but this is a movie that takes friendships and all this stuff and puts them at their head. It's like, you become friends and brothers with these people you're walking with, but you're also rooting for them to die so that you don't, so that you get the prize. And it's not it's horror on a different level.
Yes. Psychological mostly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So I did not watch this one, but it is on my radar as well, just from the feedback I've heard you and Warlock give. uh, outside of the podcast. So
Yeah, I mean,
it will be watching that at some point.
I saw the first trailer for it, seeing Mark Hamill and the premise. I was like, yes, I got to see this. So much so that I actually purchased the audiobook to listen to it until the movie released. Um,
Oh wow!
yeah, it was one of
Did you
my. Go ahead.
did you get to finish the audiobook before it released?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, so how did it compare?
I really enjoyed what they did with the movie. I actually feel that the movie was better. Um, whether that's a
Interesting.
hot take or not, that's yeah. I think they did an excellent job honoring the book and doing something with it.
That's good. I know often the thing is like, oh, the books aren't done justice or whatever. But I'm glad to hear that. I was the same way with that with Ready Player One. Like the book
Yeah,
was really good, and I think the movie adaptation was a great.
and
You
I'm
know,
fairly confident that even Stephen King, who wrote it, enjoyed it. So
That's rare. That's a rarity.
yes, so
nice.
yeah, that was definitely a good one.
All right, Ned, you're up.
All right. So I'm going to kind of go with one that, I think I said in the podcast, this needs to be good. It has to be good. They've tried so many times, it hasn't been good. Fantastic Four
Superman.
First Steps.
Hey, it had to be a superhero movie, didn't it?
Yep.
Is it a great movie? No. They did a good job with it, though. Um, I really appreciated how they handled Galactus in the movie. And I'm really curious to see how that kind of plays into the rest of the MCU. So I enjoyed that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't we? Didn't we just get a? Yeah, I know at the time of this recording it's recent, but other people this may be months ago when they finally hear this podcast. But
Hmm.
you know, wasn't just recently they released the trailer for Doomsday that has the Fantastic Four in it, or at least Ben Grimm in it. I remember, and I thought it's got the right amount of funny with it for the characters. I liked the movie. It wasn't my top. It beat out Captain America.
Right.
Let's just put it that way. But I felt like this one, you know, was on the level of like a Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts I thought was a good movie from last
Same.
year.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I
I
just
thought they were
needed
pretty
a
much on
good
the same
Fantastic
level.
Four movie. That's all I needed.
Not one from Sony, huh?
Right. Right.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. That was a good movie. Uh, yeah. Okay. Well, Warlock brought it up. It wasn't one of my anticipated, but I think it's worth a discussion. Thunderbolts. Uh,
Hmm.
I agree. It definitely outdid Brave New World, and I think it was pretty much on par with Fantastic Four as well. From my standpoint, I think it was a good take on a superhero film where there was some heart to it, and they weren't just going through the actions or through the motions. Um, it was a feel good action, well, feel good, feel bad action movie, in my opinion. And yeah, I'm interested to see also how this plays out because the other side of it is Thunder. It was entitled Thunderbolts with the asterisk, right? And the real title was like the Avengers were away or something, right? Or something like that. Um,
The New
so
Avengers.
was it the New Avengers? Is that what it
They
was?
came back
Yeah.
with New Avengers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. You're right. So, so I'm curious how that plays into the MCU moving forward.
Agreed.
Yeah, I absolutely love this one, and I thought it was, it was hated on, but for all the wrong reasons. And maybe this is my soapbox, but I hate when movies are criticized before anybody even gets the chance to watch them, and it's automatically,
Right.
this is a bad movie because it doesn't align with my belief or my politics or anything like that. Let the movie just come out and make a decision for it. Quit. I know Disney is not the most loved company in the world, but this film did not deserve the sludge that it got initially, even before it came out. It was a
Yeah.
decent film. It was good, and it had a good story with it. No, it wasn't a story that leads into another movie per se, but it still was good for what it was, unless you're a Taskmaster fan.
Mm.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yep. They misled you in those trailers.
Poor Taskmaster.
Indeed. Indeed. All right, Warlock. You're up again if you got more.
Oh gosh. I think another movie that I don't think was on my radar, but ended up being actually it wasn't. No, it wasn't on there. Was going to be Weapons.
Mm,
Mm.
Now, I had no idea what this film was about.
right.
I knew it was a horror movie, and then I see these kids running with their arms in the Naruto pose or semi Naruto pose, and I'm just kind of like, okay, it's weird. It's supposed to be a horror film? Question mark. And I went into it not knowing anything. Like this was one of those films where I said, you know what, I don't want to read anything about it. I want to look at a trailer, get an idea, and go with that idea when I walk in. And I put this movie on, and I gotta say it it was one of the better movies of the year. It was in my top 20 for 2025. And you know, I I love the ending of it. Like it builds up to this ending and it's like so satisfying of an ending, except
Hmm.
there's a little bit of it that's not very satisfying, the little boy's parents and all this. But
Right.
what happens to our uh, beautiful Aunt Gladys is just it was great. I was so rooting for it. And that last 2 minutes of footage with them chasing her through the houses and everything
Oh
was
yeah.
just perfect. I
Yep.
love this movie.
Yeah. It ended up being something for me that my wife and I were supposed to go see it, but she kind of chickened out since she doesn't deal with like kids and possession and stuff like that. So she shied away, but I went by myself, and wow, I had a blast. I had no idea what direction it was going to go, but I loved the direction it went.
Okay, Ned. What about you? What you got?
Okay, so I have one that is essentially a movie that it was good. I enjoyed it. But it's kind of a movie that I wish was done with scarecrows over clowns. But Clown in a Cornfield was one of my favorite movies from the year. Have you guys seen it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've never heard of it.
You've
Yeah,
never heard of this? It's
No,
not.
although
It's
I'm
not.
not this scary movie guy, so
That is true. This is actually
right.
one I've watched like 3 times this year since like January 1st.
Yeah.
It's just been on like AMC a lot or Shudder or one of those 2 channels on their streaming platform where it just automatically plays a movie for you.
Hmm.
This one's come up like 3 times. I've watched it each time, and I agree with you. It was a sleeper horror hit.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, the only thing I said, like, I wish it was scarecrows. That's what I wanted to see from a scarecrow movie, and just happened to be clowns this time.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you on that one, but it turned out to be one of those films where I didn't have high hopes for it, but
Same.
man,
Yeah. All right, Joe, what's
nice.
next for you?
Yeah, so just to be respectful of time, I think I'm gonna ramble off a few,
Okay,
just to clear mine out, and then
sure.
you guys, jump in if you've seen them. So, Tron Ares. I can't say that wrong. Ares.
Aries.
Ned, I know that was on yours. I didn't
Yes.
get a chance to see it, and
Okay.
but I was excited about it. So, what were your thoughts on that one?
I enjoyed it. It's not as good as Legacy. Some
Oh,
of the
that's a
music
bummer.
kind of gets a little bit repetitive, or I need to revisit it. To do a second watch before I kind of settle in my score, but uh, mostly mediocre for me.
Okay. And I know you were excited about Nine Inch Nails being
Correct.
the band, and
I
you don't think
think
they
the
was handled
music
too
is
well?
great. I just felt that they reused certain tracks more than they should have, so it got repetitive for
Gotcha.
me. So I
Okay.
need to watch it again just for that observation to make sure. But yeah, that's my thought.
Okay. And then Warlock, real quick, did you get to see it?
no, I'm not a Tron fan. I didn't even watch the most recent before this, so
Okay.
yeah, just not a Tron kind of guy.
Gotcha. Okay. And then the last two that were on my list from last January was Peaky Blinders, which did not come out yet,
Sad.
and Michael, which did not come out yet. So I was a little bummed about that. Now, that being said, Ned, I don't know if it was during the same episode, but we talked about me wanting to have a goal in January or in 25 to see more films than I had before in
Yes.
the theater.
Yep.
And I did
Correct.
do that. And
Congratulations.
so thank you.
Mm.
And just to add, I did get to see Caught Stealing in the theaters, which I thought was okay. It wasn't a standout, but I thought it was fun. Mickey 17, which I was kind of let down by.
Yeah,
Um,
I was expecting a little bit
Mhm.
better.
yeah. And then I didn't see it in theaters, but I did see it not so long ago was Good Fortune. And
Mm,
pretty happy with that.
good. Yeah, I enjoyed that
Yeah.
one too.
Okay.
Nice.
Warlock, do you want to get us with a lightning round of what you may have seen or did not get to see or
I'm gonna give you 2 movies that I anticipated that were good, and 2 movies that I anticipated that I despised. I
okay.
was looking forward to Wake Up Dead Man.
Mm,
That one I am giving high praise to. It's in my top 5 for 2025. I really love you know, the whole storyline, the whole series of films.
yeah.
Uh, and now I'm sitting here saying it, and I'm like trying to find the word, and I'm like, "What? Wake up, dead man! Wait, a glass onion, not glass onion,
Knives Out.
Knives Out. There we go. God, I could not remember Knives Out. God. So yeah, that movie made itself into my top 25 top movies for 2025. Another film that was on my list that I really really enjoyed was Death of a Unicorn.
Mm,
Oh,
you
yeah, I
did bring
was
that one
interested
up.
in that. I did not get to see it though.
I saw
Oh,
it. It was
it was
good.
excellent. Yeah, I was gonna say excellent, but then I was like,
Yeah.
excellent's a strong word. I thought it
Yeah.
was good. I wouldn't watch it again.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like, I really enjoyed some of the performances in it, but overall the story fell a little flat for me. I don't know.
And
Just
then
too much with the rich people greed aspect of things, I guess, for me.
yeah, yeah. Um, and 2 movies that fell flat that I was anticipating for me would be Jurassic Park Rebirth
Mm,
and 28 Years Later.
okay.
I I I don't know what it was about those 2 films. Jurassic Park, just because I think I'm just burned out on the whole Jurassic Park CGI dinosaur plight.
Which is
Uh,
funny because I think you mentioned that in our episode we recorded last year.
probably. But 28 years later, I was looking highly forward to, and I don't know. There was something about it that I just did not like about this film. Maybe it was all the naked zombie male frontal nudity that was in the film. I mean, maybe that was a little bit too much for me. I don't know. But it just I wanted it to be good, and then you get to the end of the film, and it just goes like, What was that?" And if you've seen the end, I'm not gonna spoil it, but if
I
you've seen the
haven't
end, you
seen
know what
it.
I'm talking about. Okay. There get when you it's got too much camp in it for 28 Years Later series, and when it
Okay.
reaches the end, there is something that happens at the very end that's going to lead into Bone Temple
Mm.
that
Which I
just
hear is
makes me
good.
go,
I'm hearing good things
I
about
hope
that one.
so. I
Yeah.
really hope so for this series because that movie just didn't cut it. That movie was anticipated, and then it just, for me, just did not connect. I know it. You know, for me, I think when I wrote my review about it, I said it's like when you go to a bar and you tell the barkeep you want some water and you expect water and this clear substance comes out and you take a huge drink of it and it's vodka and you're just sitting there going, I got too much of this. Do I want to swallow it? I mean, I like vodka, but man, I don't really like this vodka right now because I was anticipating something else. And maybe that's it. I was anticipating something else
Right.
and then I got this. And
Maybe.
it was unexpected, and it was just not something I wanted to have at that time.
Yeah. That is one unfortunately I did not find time to watch. It's on my list
But
too
that's
though.
well, good. Please watch it and let me know.
Will do.
But, that's gonna do my 2 ups and 2s downs. Now you guys can do whatever you want. Ned, you go
I
ahead.
All right. So my first one that I'm going to talk about is Predator Badlands. I really enjoyed what they did with that movie. Um,
yeah, I've heard a lot
Daniel
of good things
Trachtenberg,
too.
he can do all the Predator movies he wants. You have any thoughts
Hmm,
on that, Warlock?
I haven't seen that one. I saw Killer of Killers.
Yes, that's also good.
Yeah, and that, again, Dan Trachtenberg, you're right. He can do whatever he wants with the Predator series because he gets it, he
Yep.
understands it, and
Yep.
he knows where to take it without making it to where people don't want to see him anymore.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I haven't seen the new one, but I'll get around to it.
Yeah, you definitely should. All right. This is one I know, Warlock, you and I have talked a little bit behind the scenes about it. But Black Phone 2, I really enjoyed this movie. I knew it had kind of, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street vibes from the trailers, but I felt that this did something unique enough that it deserves to be watched, and it's such a good sequel. I almost think I like it better than the first movie, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I want to say, Warlock, you did not get a chance to watch it yet.
No, I'd say that. I do like the idea of I like from what I've read about it and what I understand the premise is, I like how Black Phone set you up with this mortal character. And now you've got Black Phone 2 where Black Phone 1 ended where you're like, there's no way they can go to the next one with the same
Right.
cast, the same characters. And they figured out a way to do it. Now, yes, did they borrow somebody else's homework and copy it? Yeah,
Maybe
yeah. I mean, I
inspired
think we all
by.
inspired greatly by,
Yeah.
but I get it, and I think enough time has passed since the '80s. I think we can have this now. I think we can enjoy this. So I'm looking forward to checking it out. I just haven't had a chance to.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And I'm definitely assuming, Joe, you have not seen it.
I have not.
Okay. Um, I know you're not a big fan of horror, but if you like the first, check it out. Next up is a comedy that it wasn't on my radar at all, but it stars Rainn Wilson, called Code 3. He plays a paramedic, and it goes through essentially him and his highs and lows of going through a paramedic's day. It's got a lot of fourth wall breaking going on. Great cast. I had an absolute blast with it. It wasn't on my radar. I just happened to be scrolling through Fandango at home, or Voodoo is usually what I call it. And it was there, and I was like, "What is this?" And I looked into it, watched the trailer, and I was like, "I'm gonna pick it up." I watched it. I then had my wife watch it. She enjoyed it. It's just a good comedy with a serious undertone to it throughout the entire thing. But it's also very real as far as like what paramedics go through. So if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend checking it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go check it out. I was pulling it up while you were talking about it. It's like the code line, the best medical care minimum wage can buy. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
great. I'm looking forward to this one. It might be a break from Nashville 911 series, so I can actually get to watch a good uh, medical drama.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a scene in there that I kind of question, is like, is this legit? And I was even kind of quizzing my wife since she comes from the medical field, and yeah, it held up. So definitely, definitely did the research and delivered on the comedy. So, all right. The next two I have are kind of just bad movies. The first one I'm going to bring up is kind of a disappointment to me because I saw the first one, and it's called Ice Road. It has Liam Neeson in it, and I really enjoyed the first one. The second one did not do so good. The effects in it were god awful. And yeah, the story, it didn't work for me whatsoever. Have either of you seen Ice Road? It was like one of his kind of straight to Netflix type movies, if I remember correctly.
No, I never heard
No,
of it.
no, I
Okay.
haven't even heard of it.
The Ice Road's
Was it
fun.
the Ice
Not
Road 2 Vengeance?
it's called Ice Road Vengeance, but yeah, essentially.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. I recommend checking out Ice Road, but if you like that, don't watch the second one, and just don't watch the second one at all. And then my final movie, I think this one pretty much went viral for how bad it is, and people had watch parties to make fun of it. War of Worlds.
Oh, I knew as soon as you said, watch parties for it. Yes, the
Yeah.
worst film of 2025, if not the decade.
Yeah. I'm assuming Warlock, you've seen it. Joe, have you?
I have not. Is it the same movie as Tom Cruise's?
It's the same name, updated in a way.
Mm-hmm. Starring Ice Cube.
Yeah. Which,
Here's the problem with it. It's not that it stars Ice Cube.
right.
It's how they shot the film.
It's how they shot it and ultimately pulled elements into it. They took the idea of using drones. They took the idea of someone being kind of what was a CIA, FBI agent, whatever he is.
Homeland Security.
Right. And then it's definitely heavily paid for by Amazon. Came out on Amazon Prime, of course. But the whole movie is him pretty much looking at a computer screen. And of course, that computer screen has his own face on it. So I don't know if that's something narcissistic or what they wanted to go for there. But he's trying to help people from this computer deal with an alien attack and trying to make sure his family's okay and pretty much just stop all the craziness. And they use Amazon and drones to deliver packages, and it's not great at all.
No. I mean, the concept was great for movies like Host back in COVID era, where you just had everything happening through Zoom meeting and all this. But this,
But
you know,
I don't know.
this
I feel like you can still do a good movie regardless of COVID close lockdown stuff.
this ain't it though, Chief.
No,
This wasn't it.
definitely not. Definitely not. Like, have you seen what is it? Searching?
Mm-mm.
That's the one with Harold from Harold and Kumar, where he's trying to find his daughter, and they made a sequel. I forget what the name of the sequel is. It's something a similar name, but that one involves a lot of technology and looking at screens and doing stuff like that. And I think they did a very good job with it compared to this. Yes.
Yeah, it was like you said, it was an Amazon commercial basically.
Yeah.
With a story attached to it.
If you want to call it that.
Yes, somewhat of a story attached to it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my run through. I don't know if you guys have any others that you want to kind of just throw a shout out to. I know they had that John Candy I Like Me documentary. That was really good.
We'll give a shout out to a documentary called Silver Screamers.
Okay.
It's one that I had a chance to review this year, and it's about a filmmaker. He's wanting to create a little horror film, but he needs to get funding for it. So he puts in a grant, and the grant comes back that he puts in for requires him that it has to be made for the enrichment of elderly people. So he goes to nursing homes and assisted living centers to find elderly people who want to star and create a horror movie. And so this documentary is about how he gets the funding, how he gets he finds his cast, he finds his crew, and it's the horror movie they make is about a rug that eats people. But
Okay.
it's a great little feel good documentary because my mom, I just put her in assisted living, and I'm like, man, if something like this where they get a chance, they get to learn a new trade, they get to learn how to do wardrobe, they get to learn how to do cinematography, they get to learn how to do sound editing and all of this stuff, and it's a really good documentary. If anybody ever gets a chance to watch it, it does make you feel good. Watch it, and it was one of the best ones I've seen.
I've added it to my watch list. Thanks.
I'll
Anything
mention it.
else from either of you?
Yeah, I think I've touched on everything I wanted to.
All right.
So if that's it, then we'd love to hear what your thoughts were for 2025. Is there any films that we didn't see that you did and you
Or
want
didn't
us to
mention,
watch?
at least.
Right. Yeah,
I've
let
seen a
us
lot.
know.
I hit my goal too last year.
Oh, did you? You were aiming for 100, right?
I was aiming for 100 movies from 2025 watched in 2025.
Nice.
I hit
That's
108
it's
total.
no small feat.
Yeah. It's something I probably won't do again.
Yeah, I mean that's what two movies a week, roughly.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
damn son. Well, was Ned crazy? Let
Yep.
us know on our socials at To The Movies Pod, or do it in the comments of our YouTube on at The Movies Pod. And thanks for joining us, Warlock. Perhaps maybe you'll join us again for a most anticipated for 26.
Oh, I'm already writing it. It's funny that you just mentioned that.
All right. Well, stay
Awesome.
tuned, listeners and viewers. We'll be talking about that soon. So have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Say bye, Warlock.
Say goodbye, Warlock.
Oh, bye, Warlock.